I'm gonna, that's fine. 60's actually absolutely fine on this. Okay, Heretics on the defense, Liquid on the attack. Like we said, I think Liquid can keep this super simple, literally just following dogs into sites, because obviously it can break most of the Cypher kill util.
To hold on strong, 1 kill is good, but nothing more will be found. Yeah, at least getting a trade.
This is a fast retake from Heretics. They take a lot of map control. It's not a good plant, but Liquid have at least taken some map control in terms of spawn. The problem for them is they're hyper-focusing on that, and it's not the best plant for getting Heaven. So yeah, we'll see. If Redguard goes down on site, it might be a little bit worrying. Soulcast might have owned this though, this positioning. I think Soulcast has owned this. I reckon 2 kills.
Out of Heaven on top of them. I mean, it's easy peasy for Soulcast.
Okay, we'll take that. Nicely done from him. Good reposition. I think he just won that round. It was very good. Kind of realized the situation. The wall up here was great. Yeah, I think he played that very well. Someone had to get out of spawn and get into a better position to crossfire off Redgar. So very happy that we saw that. Cypher, thank you so much. 2 months. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Nilzinho said that they're a very momentum-based team, so sometimes when they lose pistol, they completely fall apart. Let's see if that's true.
I definitely want to look at this from Heretics' perspective and say, okay, they need to have a strong defensive side.
His words, not mine.
The fact is, I think with both of these teams, a lot of their reliance is on their duelist, is on that player to sort of open up rounds. So I'm going to be looking at
so we approach the anti-eco. We actually decide to take mid control. We're not doing anything too fancy. In terms of this one, we've got 2 people that can buy next, so 2 deaths, and we're heavy trying to bait. We're heavy trying to bait with 2 people getting spotted here and then 1 person in the corner. So trying to get Mixor some kills here. Robin Wham, thank you so much, Robin. Appreciate you. That's unlucky timing for him. Mixor goes down as well. Mixor got impatient here unless there was some kind of util that I missed. Robin Wham, thank you so much, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, they get 1 kill. Okay, they get 1 kill. And as we can see, we keep hold of the gun. So this is going to be a very good buy. We're going to have 4 pistols. Sorry, 4 rifles. And, of course. And we're going to have a Spectre as well. So not too bad for Liquid. Very good start from them.
Unfortunately, it's amazing.
Yeah, 4 pistols into the bonus.
Still, we managed to get the technical pauses. Clearly, we haven't sorted out the issue yet. Maybe they were never the problem. I doubt that, Tom. I'd say it's. Do you know who's always here when there's tech issues? Who's that? Sue. And you, Tom. And you. Let's not try and weasel your way out of this one. Don't blame me. You ever seen any tech issues at an international event, maybe, Tom? When you
gym today? Yeah, we gym today.
You know, no killjoy turrets popping off. I think
today was nice.
To swap off that agent, didn't you?
All I had planned today was plat chat for like an hour, and then this is only 1 game, so it's kind of today's a really easy day.
It's sort of irrelevant, isn't it? That doesn't really seem to matter too much. But yeah, early rounds, obviously it started off decently for Liquid. You kind of expect this to be
thoughts on Heretics comp? It's a lot. It's a lot on just jumping sites really. It can be a little bit hard on defense in terms of if you like to get back map control and to get information, you have to do it with bodies, so it can be a little bit risky. So like I was saying, I expect most of these teams to actually just win their attack half more than their defense.
Speaking to Heretics just for a moment, there was apparently a bug spotted there. And now, no, don't panic, Tom. I know you're panicking. I don't like the word bug. I know you're panicking. I don't like that word. But Tom, listen, our admin team have just quickly gotten in there, told Heretics, hey guys, just so you know, that is an exploit. That's not allowed. They know that now. They won't be doing it again moving forward.
Back
nice,
in.
Quick and clean.
If you do it again, I'm coming down there.
We might jump the barriers, Heretics, if we see it again. But no, listen. Jump the barriers? We got to go through some thick glass on the other side. I haven't seen how thick that is, Tom. I'm willing to put it to the test.
Okay, here we go.
The reality is, for Heretics right now, this is a very good thing.
You're going to run back with it, so land 7.
This little mistake. You do something that now you know you can't do again. You're a little naughty, but they were naughty in the first 2 rounds. They weren't winning anyway, so that's fine. You're allowed to be
be naughty at the beginning of the
Listen,
game. Don't be
now
naughty
they've
later.
goes in as
Listen,
well.
Safe's going to be keeping an eye on their cams, I'll tell you that. As we move on into this third round, Team Liquid have got rifles, a couple.
They're talking about the bug. It's
But
just going to be the
rifles and
stupid
Heretics
bug
that are
where
truly scary. Everybody's
VCT
coming
just
armed to the
decides that
teeth,
you can't
and
put the
everybody's
camera
coming
here.
towards the A site. The rotations on their
You
way
can't
for
place this
Heretics
camera here
already.
until
They'll play a
freeze time
little
is done
lighter on B.
because they
For a
can see
moment,
your
it looked
camera.
like they were gonna pull the full
So that's why you
four
can't do
over
it.
to
That's
this
what
side, but
they
have
class as a
opted
bug.
instead to play
We
this
get-
one
we get
slower
told
on
off for
that
it all the
defensive
time,
side,
but it's
not
just like
overstack, and instead they're even going to reset into their
kind
starter
of
round
mad
positions,
that
which
you
is a
put it
good
back into
call,
the
as
game.
we can
Like
see
you
Team
took
Liquid
the
are
map
looking
out,
elsewhere already.
took the map out, and the one thing that's
Taking
a
their time
common
feeling
bug
out the
you
map. Of
decided
course,
to
this
not
is a
take
round
out.
where, again, they're
I don't want
playing
to flame
this as a
too
bonus
much,
and
but
still got plenty to buy him with. In fact, Red God probably could have bought up an extra rifle here. He's looking at 5,000.
how's that considered an exploit?
Playing into
Because
what
they
will
can
be a
see your
purchase
camera
in the next
apparently,
round.
so it's like
I do
I don't
wonder
know,
if
man.
maybe they're
I
expecting
don't know
to
what's an
purchase
exploit and
operator
what's
or
not
something as
anymore.
a
I have no
counter.
idea.
For now, at least,
Like
though, just looking to try and
I
get
don't
in
think
on that
anyone
split.
does.
Now, the thing I do like with that cipher is just the amount of information that's going to be had on the other
So
side.
Redgar
But
for the
it does
bonus
seem like
has
the two players on A side are going to have quite a bit to do.
A lot of high
has
value
not gone for the
utility. That
rifle, and he's just
paranoia
racing
being
to get
used up here
9K.
to take Heaven control. There was nobody
Wolfster,
even
thank you
caught
so
by
much.
with 20
Wolfster,
seconds
appreciate
left.
it.
They're running into a stack. This is going to be a little tough to get that spike down on the floor. There's players
Could work well,
absolutely
because he might be
everywhere.
able to pick
12
up one of these
seconds
guns. We'll see.
still. Boo just
Oh,
now being
there he goes
spotted.
down.
They know they've got company, but how are
Keeping
they
an eye on
going
the
to get
time.
this one across the line? Yuppie's got
Wow,
to blast
Yumpie's
it.
actually
He's taking a
Yumpie's
double
actually
kill.
on
That
for
might have
this
bought him enough
fully.
space, and indeed it did.
No matter what,
Into
it's
the
good damage
2v2
done.
post plant. A flash used to try and get out. The slow keeps them in position, and this could be very bad. That paranoia hit.
Damn,
Able to
Yumpie and
deliver.
Safe together managed to
Safe got
solo
both
win
of
this.
them.
That's kind of nuts. They had three rifles into this one Spectre, one Ghost. Fully overwhelmed. Yumpie gets 2 kills on site with 10 seconds left and plants. Uh-oh.
Well, who said that before?
Maybe we're seeing what
every single match this season.
maybe
those
we're
two have
seeing what
managed to just
Nilzino was
clutch out
talking about.
games, but
Oh my goodness.
I didn't realize how dirty that shot was.
That's
and then,
mental.
Yeah, Safe just able to somehow fight them isolated in the end. It's a clutch. We've seen many of them
So
come
yeah,
out for the
that's
side of
by
Liquid,
far
and
the by
this
far the
is
best
not
start they could have
looking
hoped for.
like the
They get the
greatest
full buyout now
power
against
up
Eco,
round
so time for them to
because
stack. They are
ultimately
against the
it's gonna
judge,
be
so we'll
some
keep an eye on
pistols
that.
for the
Raze
judge.
is going to get
It's
ult.
not a
That means that he
normal
wants to
round
use
to
it
have to
into
push
this
like that
round,
because
in
there's so
theory.
limited
So we're going to see a
time.
Raze
There's
ult
such
this
little
round,
time
otherwise
left on
there's
the
pointless
clock
trying to
that
get that orb.
you
Unless
have
you're
to
trying to
expect
deny them
the
from
players
getting
on
the
A
orb,
side
but we'll
that
see.
they'd be able to have a bit more success, and really
Money's out
it's
of
the fact
control
that
already.
Yuppie's able to get that double kill. They
Heretics
had
need to at least do
everything running
damage
their
onto this
way
one.
in terms of just running that clock down, delaying as much as they could, and making sure that spike could never be planted. They never had enough safe space for that to come through, but that double kill from Yumpie at the last second, literally at the buzzer, gets them across the line. 3 on the board already, and for Heretics that have been
Kind of strong though.
all
They got a
season long, this isn't how they
a
wanted
Raze
to
ult
kick
over
off
towards this
series.
heaven. You got a
It is their
judge in here.
opponent's map pick. They
Oh my
wanna have
goodness.
a
Yeah, this is what I was
below.
saying. Forces them into the
He's just
judge.
running it down after them.
Zeke gets a
Showstopper
kill, which is
gets
not too
one,
bad at the moment. We have a res.
somehow they
Oh boy.
Oh, I don't think that
Yeah,
was
this is
called.
falling
I don't
apart.
think they
Yumpie still has
realised
his
that Zeke was
has
that
the
close.
spike though,
Press down,
so
actually
not
gonna
to
be
worry
pretty
too much.
crucial,
Zeke
'cause
picks
now
up a
Zeke can
gun.
pick up the rifle as
Yeah,
well.
this is snowballed pretty
Of
well. I
over.
actually like this
If
reaction
he
from
can get
Heretics. It was
one
kind of
hit,
cool.
he's done the job, but I almost wonder if he's just going to want to try and buy for some time.
Dome was not
as
ready
the
for that one.
paranoia repositioning
Redgar
to take
heard
some
it.
extra space. I don't know if Redgar will have heard that, but he has. And now, knowing
Nicely
where
cleaned
Zeke
up
is,
from
he's just gonna
Redgar.
swing,
Heretics had to
find
do
both
damage and they
kills.
did.
A little bit more tentative than
Plan
I think Liquid
is
would
not
have
going
liked, but
down.
that's a
It's
round.
close.
Look, there were some serious
So yeah, at least they did
opportunities.
some
The fact that
damage.
they
An
come
ult
ahead
was
in the
used
vent
into it,
fight and then potentially
but
have the res.
they had a
Remember,
chance
in
to
that
win this for
moment, you
sure.
already had Zeke finding a lot of impact. And I think the reality is, when you start out like this, Solkus running in, finding a double, he turns around to go for the res. It's an acceptable move. You just can't expect that you're going to have a Raze already sat there ready to take you down. Zeke just kept on going with the W key. Might have worked for him. Didn't work out for the team this time around. 4-0 down, rifles in hand for the defense, and it's the operator on Kellogg's.
And this is
what
a big
found
win
so
condition
much
for them in
value up
theory.
against KC. Like you said earlier, Tom, and like Lothar said on the desk, they have to be so cautious because this is not a team in the form of Team Liquid that will go dry peeking into those angles.
think
It was they still
other
had the
danger
sound
as
from the
well is
replay on chat.
Kellogg's doesn't have much supportive utility. Like, it's not the same on the other side where you have a few extra flashes.
And he was like
There
scrolling,
is
he was
one
scrolling through,
flash
so it was like
on
all
the
of the
defensive
sound
side,
sped up.
And it's a paranoia. You don't want to be using that just to try and set up Kellogg. So ultimately, he is having to dry peek himself as well. So if opponents are using that util correctly,
No way.
You're playing with fire a bit there, Redgar, but he's going to get away with it. And they know where that operator is
Okay,
now.
it's fine. I'm gonna pretend I just didn't see the last 10
You can see
seconds.
that they were toying around with mid as well, showing their guns, trying to get that shot off. That's literally all this early round was about, identifying where that op was, and now to deal with a sight push. Boo has a bit of support though, coming through was Mixwell, but he's being dropped. Boo holding on the site. Again, another player is here to help him, and he dodged the paranoia. There's players all around, but there's Zeke to help. Good
Nice
double
trades,
kill,
though.
great trade back,
Yeah,
and
they
Team
had good
Heretics seem
trades.
to be finding success on holding a site. This has evaded them all game long. That's short of a 1 versus 3 coming out from Redgar. This one seems to be locked down. 20 seconds left. Op trained in on him, and he's done well to do some damage. Still gonna try it.
Yeah, he's going for it. Respect. Nicely done from Zeke. Boo did everything he needed to do as well. So good run from Heretics.
He's looking very comfortable. Like, just
Yeah, we'll
on
check
an
out.
individual
Wasn't
standpoint, someone again that we mentioned in that
the best
legendary
from
Ascent
Kellogg's.
roster, someone who could
And I'm really
basically,
sure that
well,
with the
he was
first peek, the
MVP
Redgar should have
champion.
seen
He was
him, so
someone
he
who
went for another peek. I
played
don't know.
unbelievably in that
Maybe not
tournament
on his screen, but at
and
least on
was
radar, I'm
on
pretty confident he would have come up.
secondary duelist role. It's why I said going into this map, it looks like there's some comfort picks there. And on the other side of things, there's been a few moments now where Liquid look like they're just being caught by some of these off angles and slight contact.
Alright, important
plays
rounds,
that
because if
utility.
they get
So
reset,
I
it's
wanna see
done.
how they
So
adapt to that. They come
yeah,
into this round
Liquid.
with a fair few ults, and Kellogg's again.
with big advantage. I like how they're approaching this over towards B, constantly denying the info. Like we talked about, it's very hard for Team Heretics to get info in any of these positions, right? Once there's a question mark created, the only real way for them to get it is by going proactive with one of these players. So for them to just try and get B main control all the time, slow coming in and a TP coming in as well towards B main, it makes a lot of sense. Kellogg's is looking a little bit different though.
Last time Kellogg's wasn't able to land that shot, but this time I'm expecting things could be a little bit different. And Redgar, well, he has to get Looky on the way through, but the first man is Evolva, and he's winning that fight.
30 HP, managed to survive that one. He's going to get a full, going to get a heal as well. Yeah, heal coming out.
At least for the moment. It does seem like a lot of these aggressive plays from Heretics are aggressive as hell. Just dry swings into angles and clearing, but this time it has worked out.
But yeah, I mean, that's what we were talking about, right? They have to clear it, they have to go looking in terms of numbers. So yeah, they at least had 2 people there to get a trade, but just won out the first duel. Redgar will feel like he should have done better, straight up.
Zeke is now going to be popped outside B, so this will tell them that this is likely to be
Rez
that
comes
hit,
in, we go for the hit, there's 3 people here.
Rez
Sage has
comes
no
in.
more util.
Yeah, in 20 seconds, they more or less have to commit with where the spike is at. They could try to hightail it. That's an awkward fight. And somehow, Sage has come out on top. Team Liquid can't take a step wrong. Zeke tries
his best. Damn. Chat, who is the first? Who was the first person that died? First person that died must be fuming. Oh my goodness.
A chance to fight back to the site. But if he is instead stuck in the middle of the entire enemy team, timing on a peak as well, there was no way that he was going to get away with that.
Well, and that resets them as well. We get a 1-9 loss bonus on top of this. There was a 600 and 800. That's not looking great. That is not looking great. This was a nice round from Liquid, but this, who's that? Kellogg's must be furious, man. And he gets another afterwards.
Just staring at Safe, just like, who's that?
What are you doing here?
Damn, he didn't decided not to give it afterwards. Felt like he could have given it there.
No, he's on the same
Felt like he
peak as
probably
Safe.
would have given it, to be honest, knowing Safe. But
It was Mixer. But it's just a really weird fight, and ultimately, his teammate gets killed on site with him above him. He then dies as well, and then the whole round falls apart. That's just a blip, but that's a blip that has cost them an entire round.
I mean, if I'm not wrong as well, right, it's Safe getting the first kill, so, you know, you're looking at him shoot your teammate.
Yeah.
And then kind of like, wait, is that mine?
This is
my guy?
a very rough
No.
start.
Okay, too late. It's an awkward one, and it's one of those things that, look, when it comes down to those pushes happening, the split-second decision-making that you've got to make, sometimes your brain just doesn't work. 1 and 1 doesn't add together, and I think that might be what happened there. A little brain fart that's called for a timeout as we move on into round number 7. Team Liquid.
Both teams should have a better attack off than their defense, though. Just give them both the comps and what they're playing.
It's not uncommon to see attack side rounds build up. It's not uncommon to see 5 rounds and a half. Yeah, fine. This is okay, especially with the pistol win under their belt.
Okay, we get a similar round. Judge. We might actually see a very similar thing. We have Judge, and then we have all over towards here. Matty, thank you so much, Matty. Appreciate it. Welcome into the Slow Club. Matty Pog. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you, dude. Chat, you know what to do. See some slugs.
So
So they create pressure over towards A, instant reaction going towards B. We have double kill trip.
You want to at least be going in with
So maybe Boo can get something off of these.
Seeming pretty unlikely at this point. And with the space already being
Doesn't look like it with this wall. Doesn't even look like they want to go.
Under their control. Okay, there's a lot of defensive players here, and
Dom, no way.
Interesting fight. And Safe just seems to be trading things back. It's become much closer than expected. But they're still there.
He had the trip, but it was basically like really close. I think it was really close or beyond. I think it was like maybe like on his wall. So yeah, I mean that's not. Yeah, look at that. You can just see it just right next to it. So not the intention of the kill trip, but yeah, it still kind of worked. Got him a kill at least.
He's still holding the corner, got the support across.
They're playing a little bit aggro, but it's fine.
He had a very good idea of how they were holding that, but doesn't help you when it comes to the
That's
brass
hilarious.
tacks. 6-1, Team Liquid off to a flying start. And like I said, you know, if I'm looking at Team Heretics right now, this is a buy round. This is 4 ultimates online.
Yeah, good bailout by
look, it's not now or never,
Safer.
But it's now where I'm getting real damn worried.
I think it is now or never. Like, you'd have to be so reliant on an attack side that you haven't really tested that much on this map because you smashed.
Okay, Heretics must win round for them.
So
Money's in the bin. They get the op out. They have 4 ults.
Bear in mind, last time out,
They literally have to win this round. Otherwise, this could be devastating.
This time he's very quiet on that defensive side.
Oh, it's gonna be.
This showstopper's been one of the only
Oh my god, that's so unlucky. 10, 22, 53.
So much damage, but bear in mind one of the main
That's
benefits
crazy.
of having this Sky Sage combo is you're actually going to be able to heal the
thing is, they have all the heals here. You could all, yeah, you could all group up and make sure these heals go down.
They almost got naded as well. Nats was above 36 HP.
This could be the highest heal round we've ever seen.
That then lit him up even more. I think he probably lost 20, 25 HP off that nade. So this could have been a terrible
yeah, highest. This must be the highest heal round potentially we've ever seen. It's a lot already.
Now, the other thing that it's cost them is time.
Yeah.
Map control as well. They don't know if B-Main is taken. They've got a passive hold
Oh,
on
we're
it,
not
so
into
it's
spawn.
not too
Okay,
bad.
Redgar's making a play. Oh boy.
This
Honestly, kind of like it at the moment. Draw some attention. Look at them having to look over towards spawn. Means that site's easy to hit. No one's here.
This flank is coming through. Instead, the space being taken. Wall going to be going up.
Wall's up to get over towards heaven, and Mixo hasn't even thought about it. He was too paranoid about the person behind, especially with this smoke here. Knew it was blocked up, so honestly, Liquid played this pretty well. Damn, they absolutely wrecked him on this round. I actually really like the ult from Redgar. He caused so much. Yeah, this was a weird round for them to be in, and they recovered very well. Like, very well. He made them all so paranoid.
That was huge. So
oh, it's a nice updraft.
The HP after was like 2 players on 10 HP, and then the nade comes
yeah, this was handled very well. This was cool.
They literally almost lost 3 players to just that raise util at the start of the round.
Instead, they lose 0.
Yeah, instead they go out
yeah,
of there.
Redgar definitely deserves a shout out. He just delayed so much time. They're also paranoid. The reason the Mixwell goes down is because he's looking for the Omen. He's not expecting
sort of like
Soulcast to do an aggro wall to get up and shoot him in the back.
Had a moment or two with the site holds, but it's been his aggression that's been the main sort of talking point. Everything else has sort of been a blunder. Mixor's been caught a few times.
Yeah, they had low time as well, so it kind of made a lot of sense to give them easy route over towards site. At least it made them paranoid everywhere.
They lose.
It's been said. It's been said before. And I think, you know, the desk was covering that earlier as a concern. It's still hard to imagine that we reach, you know, 9 rounds in, and we're not really seeing that heartbeat, that sign of life just yet. Heretics have a lot to show us. We know that, and their matches so far have been tough against tough opponents. Good read from them this time.
No. Okay, the stack from Heretics is good. You have 4 people in the right spot. They have a camera, info trip, kill trip.
Running the pistols, right? Bar Zeke.
Let's see.
Ton of utility.
Does the dog jump for this? Oh, it's unlucky, but he at least gets rid of the kill trip, and he can combo this other trips here.
It won't be easy. It shouldn't be easy.
Yeah, with that info, they go over towards heaven as well. Oh, this is honestly nice decisive call from them. The problem is there's a wall that they have to break. So there's a wall here. We have a slow afterwards. Probably could have stayed alive there.
2 of over on the other side.
Nice
Can
shot.
he find anything here? One player dropped already. That is the spike on
might
the
have
deck.
earned it.
If he can just do a little bit
Might
more,
have
they're
earned
already
it.
on that plant, and it can't be stopped.
Nicely handled.
It looked like for a moment
Mixor should have
Heretics
stayed
were gonna
alive here.
catch them with their pants down. Instead, Liquid come up with 4 again.
Yeah, you know, they do the right thing, but Team Liquid read it. They knew what they were walking into, and they knew not to walk into.
It's a nice decisive
Turning
call at the
heel
32nd mark,
You know,
though.
the last guy moving through heaven had the
Definitely
spike
a nice
there. It was
decisive
Redgar.
call.
I'm thinking maybe there's a chance, but they don't fall to these sort of plays. And again, the last guy moving through heaven, yes, had the spike.
Liquid are looking good,
Everyone
yeah,
else
I
made
agree.
it to the ropes at that point.
Mistakes from
The
Heretics
second
still,
last guy,
for sure worth
I
pointing
can't
out, but
remember. I think it was Yumpy. It actually was. He stayed to lurk after. He turned around and said, actually, I'm going to guard.
like stuff like that's a very good sign, because I've still had a little bit of a question mark in terms of their calling, but this was like a very good call from them, very decisive, and they all believed in it, all did the right thing. Keep an eye at this. Mid, does Nats get the right timing?
Right on cue. Nats is coming down through mid and just spotting 2 with their back turn. An awkward
Damn,
duel
this is
to
the
close
full buy
it,
round. They go
but
for a
close
double
it
push
he
middle.
will.
They've almost owned it in
Team
terms of
Liquid
timing. Nats
miles
has
ahead
wrecked
in
them.
this
They fall back
round,
as well.
No matter what,
Very nice.
you cannot catch these guys
Yeah,
off
this
guard.
map
It
is
looks
so
like they were
done.
ready
Oh my
from the
goodness.
get-go.
That's the thing.
Looking like what Nozina was saying to me is very, very true. If they lose a pistol, they're done. And I think their pistol record is something crazy bad, like 30, 35%, 30%. It's in the low 30s. So that's a worrying sign.
Attempt from Heretics to try and do something a little bit more audacious, and now they're pushing into a stack up of players again.
Yeah, I mean they can't get info. They have to just walk push. So again, it's nice calling from Liquid. Just waiting for them to make the mistake. This is very nice from Liquid.
Every trap that's been laid for them.
Well, coming into today, you know, Split was a map that I think both teams will have expected to play.
Yeah.
I'd be hella surprised if Team Liquid didn't. But picking it, look, it's a confident statement from Team Liquid. If you come into a series with a map that realistically your opponents, they're happy to play. They're comfortable.
Again, you don't really know Elevated unless you're in the team itself. It's very easy for us to point fingers, but man, we have no idea. Unless you're in the team, you have no idea what's going on. You don't know who's to blame.
And that's the thing as well. Bear in mind, the only map that we've seen them play on this is that 13-2 victory over KC, which, okay, you're going to learn their comp, but you don't really learn anything about the map.
Where are you going,
Natanzi?
Natanzi?
It was just them winning those individual fights, pushing around, getting aggressive. This time, though, Liquid's patience, slow play, has just meant that they've slowly picked this team apart. And well, I think that might be the first kill I've actually seen Kellogg's get with the operator. And right now,
I mean, he's been
trying to
shut down, though. Can't get too much map control now. He's just playing passive over towards A. And they lose the op here as well. And get 2-9 loss bonus on top of this, but man, they're getting so wrecked.
9-1. Yeah, you can have good attack sides on Split. You know, it's different than it was 2 years
Remy,
ago.
thank you so much, mate. Appreciate it.
Certainly getting a little bit ridiculous. I think we're past the point of getting
Thank you,
left to
mate.
compete for, and
Chat, you know what to do.
Yeah, all I'm thinking
the
at the
only
moment.
they've got is Zeke is just going out with a showstopper. Get 2 or 3, and then you can win. That's about it.
All I'm thinking now is let's hope that they really have
Another eco for Heretics.
Right? Fracture's next.
Another
I
eco.
think they banned it in 3 out of the 4 series they played.
People at home are sat there going, Fracture, they must love this map. This must be like Heretics' home turf. Nope. No, it's actually the opposite. I think I could see any other map in the pool here, and I'd go, oh, they've got a better chance than Fracture at least.
Save your boy Zeke. Again, we don't know. We don't know. He could be one of the problems. All I'm saying is that Ascend team crumbled for a reason.
Why do I feel like Nats
Like they had one of the best teams in the EMEA.
The thing is, in the grand scale of the
Has to be some people on that team.
I don't think winning it is already justifiable.
That's what I'm saying. Like we always point fingers, but like we have no idea. Like we literally have no idea. You just have to look at the results and be like, well, you got to put the players' names down, and then when something else crumbles, you got to go, well, this is kind of adding up. Same thing with like coaches. Like you can't really judge in one team. You have no idea. Go to 2 teams perform well, then you kind of know.
Well, he's found Sulkas at least. That's something. Damage. That's about all it comes down to.
Damage.
He has to rebuy shields, Thomas.
I mean more so just look at the economy.
Yeah.
They could buy for the next like 3 rounds. There's only
Didn't they crumble
round
because they
left.
cut bone code? Why did they cut bone code?
But at
Like you
least
got to
he has
look into
something
that
to
stuff
remember
as well.
We used to get
That's what I'm
overtime
saying.
Split. Do you remember that?
I
used to like
We never
those
really
days.
know.
Time ago.
Now
We
we're just
never
getting
really know.
13 twos.
You think Heretics are getting 2 here? That's pretty generous.
What did you ask
Well,
before?
maybe Zeke
Let me
can
see if I
pop
can
off
find it.
another round, but
He's almost got showstopper. You know,
Yes.
Kellogg's got an operator.
got a res on Mixwell.
Hey, when did you ask it?
From the shadows into the
There's a chance I've lost it, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. You can post it again. You'd have to use a highlight. I'll try to find it.
Do they expect him to stick around like this?
Okay, that's a nice first start for them. Let's see in this one.
Well worthwhile, forcing the res out of their hands already.
Yeah, it's something that Liquid won't mind too much. They now know exactly where
Tier 1? It depends how strict you're being with Tier 1. If I was being super strict, no.
It's almost like a gift and a curse. He's now just popped that after being brought back, so something a little bit extra for him to play with in this round. And that's the thing again, leaving Redgar behind, and now the rest of the team start looking to clear into middle. Is Zeke really going to go through this? I think he's heard the Tiger and decided against it.
If you click someone's name, you can view their last message. That's kind of sick.
Look now as they close in the distance, the real danger starts to be seen. That Blade Storm, any moment now, can go up and above that wall. Mixwell.
Okay, this is them trying to get map control back. It's a nice Omen flash. He gets out of there and he can kind of come that they've taken control of B main. This is a weird round. Damn, Redgar again with an impactful round. Impactful ult managing to get over towards site. Mixwell. Okay, they did really well with this double setup. Safe 20 HP should be too much.
Finally, Team Heretics have found that second round.
Let me try and find some of these questions.
At least they've closed the half with a smile on their face.
Flying aspects. Let's see if I can click on your name and do this thing.
One of them smirked.
Who is the one who's
Click and find your messages.
Yeah,
oh, here. Oh, damn, that's really useful.
Only managing to get 2 rounds on that defensive side. As said, it's been a real strength when it comes to Liquid.
Some of them flying aspects, yeah. But a majority of teams are trying to get people more flexible
I think there was a world realistically where I thought we could get this map and Descent in the map pool. That probably would have been a bit more of a death sentence. I really just have to start hoping now that there is something on Fracture, because to bring this back is going to just take a monumental turnaround from the likes of Heretics, and I just don't know if they have it. I need to see
I saw something about IGLing. Who was that?
Like it can be a thankless job going
this just shows how important IGL and discipline is. I mean, yeah, for sure. You don't see. I think that's a very good point that maybe we can start looking at as well. Where you take K Corp, obviously they're kind of struggling in terms of that. Maybe not the most convincing IGL. Here with this team as well, we have a team that changed their IGL like literally, I don't know, potentially a week before, at least from lock-in to now. So it's you're seeing teams without solid IGLs, they get boomed out a lot more than teams with normal IGLs, right, honestly. Like, I think there's a big correlation between that. Just looking at the stats, just saying stuff out loud. New Zero stepped down?
The IGL has to step it up.
Dude, I mean, it must be a nightmare over there. Fair play.
Whatever it may be. And from Zeke's side, it was a really interesting dynamic where the whole team just shuts up. They listen. He commands their attention.
What did he actually say?
More like your pal,
Chat,
right?
flashbang, sorry.
He's much more relaxed. Like, guys, we should be doing this. Why are we not doing that?
To be honest,
seems to be more like a drill sergeant.
I feel like Safe is almost like the Zeke of their team.
Yeah,
like giving more of the like the classic team
talks. He does some of the mid-round
Man, they're going to use their...
well, right? Safe takes some of those responsibilities from my understanding at least. And I think when I look at Heretics though,
yeah, it's crumbling, it's falling apart. People can't handle it.
Not just for Neil Zeno, who's there on your screens, but for Zeke as well. To step in as a man who's always been filling roles for teams. Now, well, he's doing that in a leading sense, but the reality is, this has got to be one of the bigger tests for him mid-season, an important game, one that could come down to qualify or not later on. And he's got to talk the team back up from a 10-2 deficit, moving on.
I mean, it must be a rough spot. Like they're getting annihilated. Like they're a laughing stock. Like let's talk about it to how it is. Like we watch it for comedy at this point, so I can see how it would be very hard on your mental.
A decent margin, and you're going to be 1-4. If you lose this one. Yeah. So that's
like when you're the butt of the joke every single week, you're trying your best. It must be horrendous for your mental.
Basically keep their own lives in their own hands. This needs to be a victory in the series, and it has got off to a poor start. Pistol round, maybe that can be the start of turning things back. A pacey take into mid, paranoia through, but in the meantime, Liquid, as ever, have already taken themselves B main control.
Yep, lose B side, take B main. Gotta make sure that you trade it out for something, and
so
they have done
Heretics
were
very ready for this, because this is what happened in the K-Corp game reactively, right? They always took B main. So they were very ready for this one.
It might have opened up a bunch of control for them, but instead It's left them on the back
Be a big pistol here. That's insane. Holy hell. Nice kill.
That looks like it might be it. Heretics need
Hey, this is a nice reaction to what was going on here, though. We got to give Heretics that. In terms of this situation, they had a very nice reaction, right? They didn't want to push over towards B main. They didn't have too much map control just here, so they decided to take some with this. And the jump through from Mixor was actually great. It was getting traded out no matter what. It was a nice shot by him. So, yep, nice pistol from Heretics. Let's see. Because honestly, they're a momentum-based team. They get the pistol. In theory, this comp should be pretty good on the attack with the double duelist, especially when this might not be one of the best split comps for holding instant rushes. It's still pretty good. You can have the Omen Flash, you can have the Sage. Obviously, it's incredible, but
there's going to be a lot on their minds. But Team Liquid pulling out an eco round right now would be devastating. I'm almost curious
Liquid
to see if they decide
pistol rate, it's like 50. I'm pretty sure it's around there.
Throughout that entire first half, Heretics run a lot of ecos, and they were consistently stacking, especially the A side. They were very heavily centered around that A side on their low buys. This time, Team Liquid, well, they've taken it a different direction, stacking B early. They haven't seen contact. Now,
okay, early stack.
Right?
Early rotate coming in. Instant information. Early rotate. They want to fight over towards heaven. In terms of how Heretics are approaching this, we had 2 rifles. Sorry, we have now 2 rifles. We had 3 rifles. We get an upgrade. That was a very nice shot. Oh, they get smoke and they swarm site. Let's see what the mid round is like from Heretics. They haven't got full info that there's a lot of people here, but if he finds the kill onto Soulcast, they almost definitely try to swing back over to the other. Do you think Sen can work with a 6-man roster and only playing 10s on certain maps? Yeah, they'll probably look better with that. And this isn't a flame against 10s, because again, I don't think that anything that he's been doing has been the issue. Like, I just think that it's been a lot of how the team approaches maps itself that has been very off for me. But in terms of playing Marved over 10s at the moment, it just makes more sense because of the... It's just a double controller is very meta at the moment on a lot of maps.
Not got a damn to give, and they can't kill him either. He's got 29 HP.
He's untouchable.
Finally, someone's dealt with him, and it's left him in a winnable position, 1v2.
Yeah, we can't bulldog. We can't bulldog with a rifle for sure.
Is there a gun? No, it's another shorty. There you go, Sheriff. Something to play with. Couple of players tagged up, although Avova not so much. Still needs to be the headshots. Bulldog's retrieved as well. Even just the cost.
They put him Marved in because 10s is injured. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, in my mind, it's going to be an upgrade for the current meta. Like, if it was double duelist meta, then obviously the one with 10s and seconds better, but I don't know. We'll see how they perform. Kind of think they might be able to take down MIBR. I'm not sure. Depends how much work they can get done in a week. I know that in theory they're going to swap it back, but we'll also see. I wouldn't count on it. We'll see how things go down. That org seems to do things pretty reactionary. So
ultimately it came down to some just dancing from Kellogg's within the smoke. I don't know how he comes out of this situation with 3 kills, but that is just the Kellogg's way. And probably, even though it's
right, let's tune into this one. We are buying down. So much damage is done. We're buying down big swing round now. If Heretics win this, it's back on. If Liquid win this, it's done. Straight up. Straight up done.
Key part of this roster for sure in a map like this against a team like Liquid with Safe being honestly, I think in every statistic he's in top 5 and top 10. Like, Safe has just been looking unreal all season long.
Oh, he's gonna go through. It's bold. They've all fallen off of it though, so he can actually call this as a bit more of a rotation to the team. Nobody currently playing around middle. He's desperately low on HP, but still going back for more. You can see the almost parallels.
Does Zen's performance vindicate Shaz? Shaz is good though. Shaz has always been good. It's just people that are clueless to saying that he's not. Mate, he literally won one of the biggest lands without a coach. He's an insane hard worker, a very good IGL. Everyone who kind of talks about him doesn't really understand what goes into making a team. Damn, nicely done from Safe. I swear he bails them out in important rounds a lot of the time. He's been so consistent for them. Like, the impact of this round is everything. Like, this is the difference between it being a landslide and a close game.
He was dropped down to, I think, sub 50 HP, got a small heal back up before going back in for these fights, and then just decimated them. Hey, Jumpy was sort of just chilling at the back, just almost.
Sen doesn't have an upper, do you think that's a problem for them?
I'll hype you up, I'll clap you.
Maybe some maps, we'll see.
The opposition, it seems.
I imagine Zakin can use it.
And now just look at the purchase on the other side. The damage of the prior round comes back.
What role does Safe play for Guild? Mixed it up. He did play Duelist for a good amount of time. That was always where he looked the best, right? He always looked best on the Jet.
For them, and honestly, this could be leading them to the end of the map.
It definitely feels
Do you really think Shaz is a good IGL? Yeah, I know he's a good IGL. You can have a different opinion to me. That's absolutely fine. But I'm very, very confident he's a good IGL. I was very tempted to go work for them at one point just because I knew he would be a good IGL to work with.
Yeah, that's how they had to do it. Win the pistol, win the second, and follow up. And for Safe to find 4 kills, remember,
it's so fine to have another opinion. Like I completely fine, but I do think you're wrong.
The first 11 was off of Zeke just popping off. That was a 3K. Safe's come in on the 3rd round and done him 1 better already. So at this point, you just start to wonder. It's not about what the team.
A little crazy considering a CS:GO career, mate. Come on, like watch goggles. You still looking at CS:GO people? Like, mate, look at Boaster. Never even IGL in CS:GO. I think we can safely say that everyone's CS:GO career should be put in a bin when we look at it in terms of this. Like the proof is there. Stop judging from a completely different game. FNS as well. Like, no offense to him. Guy didn't really excel too much in terms of CS, but turning into this game, he's like one of the best IGLs, if not the best IGL. Like, the proof is out there. Don't.
So like that was just one of the absolute blowout maps he played. So if he's playing,
like, this is just the second chance for people. This is actually a game that requires like more brain.
It's very, very scary times. Again, I'm sort of looking at Heretics and going, if you're picking your permaban, this has to be something either you've been hiding, or that you've just tried to come up with ready for the week. But whatever it is going into their split game, which they haven't.
Damn, okay.
They are struggling.
We got a hero gun. We go for something fast. Hey, nice flash. Nice dash. This was very fast. I don't know if there was a disconnect with some of this, but there was they were not expecting something that fast at all. So yeah, that's a very good start. As we can see, them heading over towards B right now would be perfect. Redguard was fully on top of that. And he goes over towards B main. What a nice play from him. It's just taken so much map control.
Hold that control, Safe, spotting them on their way through the cloudburst to deter, but they are not deterred. Instead, staying close.
Nice info as well to see how many people on radar. Good round from Redguard, good damage. Hits Kellogg's down to 35 as well. I think he's been very good. I've liked their reactional pushes over towards B. It's probably twice in a row that they've done this now, so they might need to be a little bit careful, but it's been very good.
It's not somewhere they can sneak in for free. The B side could be retaken at this point. They've just got nowhere to go, Tom.
The thing is, it almost seems like this is just a ruse.
Do you like Yampy more on Duelist last season or now on Flex Initiator? He looks really good on Sky. I definitely think I prefer these roles at the moment. Safe just seems a lot more consistent than Yampy. I think Yampy has very good highs on Duelist, but in terms of consistency, Safe's been incredible. So we can't. That's kind of what I gotta go off.
Not even one.
I also think Yampy's done very good on the Sky. He's a very fast learner. Looks very comfortable in a short amount of time. Damn, dudes. Okay. Nats did great clearing this one.
Closing out that round for his teammates. Almost a 1v3.
Yeah, they're all just taking their turns. Alright, 8 chances. This has been dominant. But again, there's been some important rounds that have made this different.
It didn't look like
we'll see, Raze. I'm not too sure about that. They'll definitely improve year after year, though, in terms of China. Like, the more they play, the more people that play. So we'll slowly see them catching up.
Those are scenarios where I just feel like you needed a little bit more in terms of team play, a little bit more.
What does Liquid need to do to be top 2 teams? Just a bit of time. Map pool's not the best at the moment. That takes a bit of time. They definitely had definitely felt like a lot of their time in terms of like lock-in. It felt like they had to do a hard reset, right? Change a lot of stuff after lock-in, so it feels like they're a little bit behind in terms of that. That's a very fast way to shut this down. Double satch up to heaven, insta-kill. It's a nice reply. One person on site. Redguard's been really good at this. Does a smoke for him to play around. Still has to worry about B main though. Damn, I like it how he's played these. All comes in, so they know the site's clear though, so it should be a hard retake.
They knew that Redguard was the only man here. He gets pinged up the second time around as well.
Nat seems a little off this year. I don't think he actually seems a little off. I agree with you, the stats and like numbers aren't the same. For me personally, I'm questioning why he's not lurking as much as he was. That's like my one thing where I'm just like, he's potentially, in my mind, I think he is the best lurker. Why is he not lurking? So maybe that has something to do with it.
3v2, the advantage is theirs, and Team Liquid, they've managed to clutch these back again and again. Surely not. That flash is great, but Kellogg's hold strong. That might be the kill
up to
that
nuts to hit the
actually wins
shot.
them the round. Allows them
Damn,
to
didn't
hold
hit
on
it.
to in
Oh my god, one
He'll have
bullet.
a few more chances and 4 kills. Matching that.
Pressure was on for the one bullet. He hit it. Okay, everyone goes down. Everyone goes down 3,000 in terms of this one. I'm not saying they're gonna do the comeback, but there's a nice round from Kellogg's. 7 chances for Liquid to finish
More
this.
chances for Team Liquid to close this out. I
He
think it's
didn't
fair
know
to say
Durka, did
they've
he?
got the op up, and even the damage
This
from there.
is absurd. Just the gall to jump through that. Fine 2 kills, but it's just this crossfire in main. Even a last bullet headshot, it didn't matter at that point.
Nah, you can't be shushing at 12-4. You can't. Your chat, you can't be shushing at 12-4. I don't care if you one bulleted everyone. I don't care if you one bulleted everyone with a sheriff. You cannot be doing that.
So winning this was going to be tough before Kellogg's got one.
Yeah, he insta gets taken down. Durka's calling karma. I mean, that's the biggest instant karma I've ever seen.
He's back.
He's back though.
Okay.
Yeah, he's back.
Team Heretics, 4 versus 3. B site control isn't
He got his gun back as well.
That's incredible. Chat, I missed the sub. Where the hell is it?
Z, can you
Bacon
die?
666.
Give me that back, bro.
The Devil's Bacon.
Look,
Thank you, mate.
at the end
Appreciate
of
it.
the
6
day, what
months
they
in.
lost for this is just fine. I think it's not
Thank
a
you
great
for the
early
support.
round, but you got 1 tap through a smoke, so burning your res for that is okay, really. That's an ult that's going to save you from just an RNG moment. With 45 seconds left, though, they're moving towards A. Success
is good again.
Success has been really tough to come by. They've ran into this site.
They're going into the site where there's 2 people. Cameron's going to spot legs. We have 1 kill trip on site. He has double cage to play around. Oh boy.
Nats has been unreal so far.
Prime
The
Nats
fight
gets
is
3
decent,
here.
but Yumpy goes down for nothing. We've seen this man dance around his own utility many a time, but not this time.
Almost. I tried to set him up, chat. I tried.
Safe alone. He's got a blade storm. He's been feeling it all game. But I think they're going to have to make a mistake.
I cast it. Damn.
Yeah, that blade.
You won't even let me have that one?
Look, it's safe, so maybe I shouldn't try get in his head, but I'm pretty sure he won't be using that unless you do get that kill.
If he got an immediate kill, he's in there, dashing it to the side with a blade storm. But
before that body hits the floor, he would be on the side. But short of that, and short of someone just absolutely legging it into the open, this is how it ends. An attempt to save an op out of safe, and yeah, he's out. Like, it's just not worth the risk, right? Look at their money. They've got 50 credits moving up in intervals of 50.
They're slowly getting the number down. 8 goes to 6, forces them over towards eco. If they wanted to, they could drop this and do it, but I don't think that's the smartest thing, but you might see it. Could see, yeah, could see a Sky op. We'll see. I imagine they're just going to keep it and see what Safe can do.
It's Yumpy.
Oh no, they're talking about it. Okay, Yumpy, the Sky. Oh man, I kind of like him. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big fan of Yumpy when he doesn't have the agent to get away with, right? That doesn't have like the dash or anything. He actually plays it pretty well. It's very passive. It's very nice. When he has the jet, sometimes he goes a little bit too crazy with it. So I actually really like his mentality when he has the op on one of these agents. I think it's good. Timeout's coming in though, so maybe it doesn't happen. We'll see.
For the side of Liquid, I'd be blown away if there's anything more than that operator and a blade storm. But that might be enough, genuinely.
It definitely could be. And look, when you got 6 chances to deploy it as well, you choose what round you want to.
Double up on Breeze, yeah. The double up on Breeze was pretty good.
It's an interesting call.
Nah, I haven't, Durka. What are we saying?
He's playing blade storm.
Talk to me.
I imagine this is
I don't know what you're allowed to say.
Drop the op over to
We did double up on Breeze, we
Look
did
at
double
Shorty.
up on
Have your
Ascent
blade storm
against
close range
Sersha
engagements
that
as
have
well.
no
We've seen both him
flashes.
and Yumpy
We
pull
like
that
double
weapon
up, we
as soon as
could use it.
Try to catch players as they take map control. We saw it out of Solka's earlier, just holding up in heaven. The impact could be huge. But I think for Team Liquid, you know, the way they've been approaching some of these early rounds as well might
Okay,
even put them in,
I get
they
you.
might change it. They might work around some earlier aggression, moving straight down.
Alright,
through
6
one
chances.
side of the map. I
The
wouldn't
timeout
mind
came in, so they can't really buy for this. Are they still going for the crossover? Okay, we're still going for the Yampy op. We've got a Bucky out. Oh boy, this is actually... This in my mind is a scary one. This is a scary one. We're going to have a flash double, satchel over towards Heaven, and Nats has a ghost, but he's going to get hit by this. Wait. Oh, it's late. They waited for some kind of...
But mid not spotting anything. They're just going to go straight in. They've actually read this perfectly.
Okay, yeah, they read this one pretty well. Looks like they had some reactions involved here as well if they wanted to change it up. Crazy Mind, thank you so much, mate. Crazy Mind, appreciate you. 3 months. Thank you, thank you.
What can that operator do? And the question becomes, do they just save it? He was heard.
I mean, yeah, you're sitting down for a long time, Darker. I don't disagree with you at all. I'm kind of sitting down for way too many hours.
Seems semi-aware of it though. There's a second player behind in the form
Yeah,
of Zeke,
this one is very hard.
Impossible.
I actually think Heretics did kind of the perfect thing. I don't want to see Yampy go too crazy on this. Oh, it's unlucky. Wait, Yampy's gone pretty crazy. He's dropped down. It's kind of doable.
On just a ghost, they make this competitive. It's actually winnable for Yampy. 50 HP, a flash in hand. He's moved around with the wall. It's blocking him in, giving space and giving the round with it. Look, it came. Oh no! There was a moment.
He was gonna die anyway. He was gonna die from this spike anyway.
Again, way too close.
That's hilarious.
The thing is, though, we've been saying
Yampy's
that a lot,
hilarious,
and these rounds
man.
are starting to climb back. Like, ultimately,
Kind of cost him a little bit. They jumped off for this one. Alright, 8 chances down to 5.
Yeah, sure, it's going to make a lot of these buys weaker than they could be, and eventually you still feel like they're going to get it over the line. But I still feel like they'll be gaining confidence. I don't think they're going to be more nervous now than when they were sat there with 10 rounds to go.
I'm with you there, 100%. I will say, let's remember that the first 3 kills that happened there was Bookie, Ghost, right?
Damn, they're going for a similar thing. Are they just going to walk contact onto A again, or are we actually going Heaven?
The Blightstorm didn't even really do anything for them, so it was just terrible weapon.
Okay, we're actually going Heaven. Omen Flash, maybe?
They did have an off as well in Yumpy, but that wasn't used till late in that 1v2. At this point, Team Liquid,
Well, the Omen Flash is off contact. They don't realize that there's literally 3 feet being spotted at the moment.
Rifles in your hands and a showstopper in the back pocket for Team Heretics. Yeah, they're going elsewhere.
Picked up, so I can only assume, yeah, they're going to just look to try and counter mid-control from elsewhere. Obviously, it's walled off on the other side, so for Liquid, they're not really too worried about this. Wall going to be utilized on the other side of things eventually, just to try and split round through screens. This has been something that Heretics have tried a couple of times, and it seems like it's being watched already by Soulcast. However, he is under some serious pressure.
Damn. What HP is he on? Yeah, he's in a rough spot there. Hey, damn, that looked impossible to deal with. His was nice from Heretics. Honestly, dude, if they got a few more on their defense, maybe this would have been doable. Oh, Jesus.
Great paranoia that leads to a kill. It's something. It's a building block, but there's still so much more to be done here with 4 alive for Team Heretics. Backside having a lot of presence, and then a thorn in the side of Mixwell sitting down in that cutout area. He's heard the drop. He'll get the kill. Oh, even the second as well, his 3rd in the round. Spinning on a dime to take down Safe. Must have been Spidey senses activated for that one. I don't know how he even thought to check that angle in time.
Yeah, I really like the way that they're actually using that wraparound every single time. Like, we've seen that wall so often just to try and segment the player watching from mid. And then just the player on site, in most cases Nats, is just absolutely screwed because you've got to deal with players coming in from every single angle. The A-site execute from Heretics at the moment is looking pretty decent, and I wonder when the moment comes from Liquid that they go, okay, we need to fight deeper for some of this.
The shush worked. Hey man, honestly, maybe. We'll see. 8 chances in half to 4.
They've gone, okay, you can have this. We're going to hold on to the backside and the site. And that's just not working for them. I feel like they need to hold on to Heaven a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the approach, and the second that it gets red, you are in a
Daddy Mixwell finally waking up. Let's go, big boy.
But we saw the wall up in Heaven. You play super passive around there. You push B main. I don't mind fighting for alternative map control like that, but it is something as well that if Heretics...
They always get done with the replays. You always get done with the replays. This is fast mid control. They are taking mid for free right now. And they've chosen this pretty well. There's a kill trip over towards the back here though. Tag. Lovely flash. Oh my. That was nice. Now they know where everyone is. So they can rotate, take some control. We have a res. Anything for that?
They'd already used their paranoia to get up
Damn.
there, but Nats didn't give a damn. He just starts getting in their face.
And he gets a dink as well with over 10 HP. That was massive.
Taking their map control and running, but they don't get very far. 3 men left standing on Team Heretics. Make that 2.
What is going on? Did you see Kellogg's face? Oh my goodness. Actually saw the recoil come out from him. Damn, okay, nicely done. Big round from Nats there as well.
And Team Liquid, they came into this map and they did not
Yeah, pretty good.
Accelerator.
Heretics, I mean, it was a very good attack half from almost both teams. Heretics